Welcome back to Raw Thoughts, everyone, on Thoughts from the Bench. I'm Jon Fisher, and you might be wondering why I'm not in a suit. Usually I'm in my Sunday best, but on a Tuesday, that's when we record it. But no, because I am now taking this job as seriously as Sasha Banks does her health, which is nothing at all. And that goes right into my number 5. From the Fab 5 this week, it's not so fabulous, actually. It's more like the unfabulous. It's Sasha Banks, the boss. It's boss time, but we might be going into the ER for boss time after what happened on Monday Night Raw to her in her match against Asuka. For those who saw it, it was a very good match, about 15 to 18 minutes long, which is what we were looking for after the excellent Royal Rumble match the women had on Sunday night. However, Sasha took life into her own hands. Instead of doing Jesus Take the Wheel, she let her legs flap like a duck when she tried to do a into the outside onto Asuka, fell flat on her neck and her head. I thought she couldn't move. Thankfully she could. She got up, finished the match, and lost to Asuka in submission fashion. This is more like a PSA for all of you at home to take care of yourself, unlike Sasha, and this is very negative, I apologize, who's a mark for herself. And again, I don't need a suit, like she doesn't need another career. For number 4, how about that for a little wordplay? The WWE stands for Walk with Elias, but that's not all. After a wonderful Royal Rumble match, in which he cut a promo on his way to the ring a la CM Punk so many years ago, Elias qualified for the Elimination Chamber coming up in Las Vegas in just about a month. What did they decide to do with a great young talent that deserved to get the push that he deserved about 6 months ago, but now it's coming now? You know, Josh, you know what that is?
What?
It's good writing.
Genius observation, Felipe. What else you got?
Elias has all the skills, all the tools in the trade. 5-tool player, and he is an A+ guy. We've been saying it for weeks now, and that isn't changing anytime soon. Elias does everything right. He says the right things. He walks the walk, and he talks the talk. Hence, Walk with Elias. Number 3 kind of goes along with the theme about wordplay. 3 men, Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, Finn Balor, cut a nice backstage promo right before Finn Balor's match against John Cena, in which it was a little more heel-like. Finn calling out John, saying that he eliminated him from the Royal Rumble match, kind of set up a really nice mini feud for that night, albeit it only lasted about an hour. But as soon as Cena and Finn got into that ring, it worked. You know, kind of like AJ and John Cena, CM Punk and John Cena. Really, John Cena and a lot of the indie wrestlers that have come over in the last year or two. Balor was able to take just 60 seconds in a simple backstage and build to a match that happened about 45 minutes later. You don't see that much in World Wrestling Entertainment anymore. A lot of it is a simple graphic at the beginning of the show saying that it's going to happen, maybe a vignette of a big star like a Braun Strowman or a Brock Lesnar, and then that's about it. But they were allowed and gave the time to Finn, who was very underrated on the microphone, to set up a match against their biggest star right now. And no, I'm not talking about Roman Reigns. Let's stick to the consistency of these two gentlemen, Finn Balor and John Cena. The booking of that match was exceptional. Yes, a lot of you out there might think the wrong guy won, that guy being John Cena, the 16-time world champion. However, the way they ended the match was very good. Finn kicked out of an AA, which was a great step in the right direction. Number 2, we didn't see interference from the club. I think that was very necessary to keep Finn strong individually. We understand that he's in a faction, and Anderson and Gallows they're not really his cronies, but they're his, good brothers. They didn't have to come into the match and ruin what was a good 15-minute match. So near the end, we had Cena do a little bit of a comeback, hit the 5-knuckle shuffle. We saw Cena kick out of Finn's finishing move, but it took an A from the top rope to pin Finn Balor. I think that writes itself. You still have I would say your most over wrestler on Raw outside of Braun Strowman, looking good, moving ahead. No, he's not in the Elimination Chamber match, rather, but that doesn't mean he's not going to have a high-profile match at WrestleMania, which we all know Finn Balor, if it's going the way we think it will, he's going to be a prominent guy. And unlike AJ Styles last year at WrestleMania, will be near the front of the poster. I think the #1 spot was taken by the same man. This is maybe 3 weeks in a row, Josh. I feel like there was only 1 or 3 men that deserve my #1 spot on the Fab 5 this week. That is Elias. The WWE still stands for Walk with Elias.
You stupid idiot.
Braun Strowman, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who has the grappling skills of Bane and the strength of literally anybody in the world. Which, by the way, if you didn't know this, that truck that he deadlifted, was over 100 tons. That is a world record. But let's suspend our disbelief for just a few more minutes. Braun, once again, got everyone up on their feet and to cheer with him. They had a brief match, a last man standing match, to see who could go to the Elimination Chamber match to fight Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship. Strowman and Kane went to the outside. Strowman knocked him down right near the announce table where Cole, Jonathan Coachman, who's a new addition, and Corey Graves sit. Kane was down. Strowman picks up this, not just the announcer table, but the stage. Lifts it on Kane. We had the ambulance spot. Braun looked strong. Kurt Angle backstage is yelling at him and said, "I did what you told me to do. You said it was a last man standing match." Well, you know what? The guy's not wrong. And who's going to argue with him anyway? Because he is still the hottest guy on Raw. He is still the man that needs to take that title from Lesnar, or, if I had it my way, take the title from Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. But we'll get to that a little bit down the road. We have about a couple more months until that big night in New Orleans, Louisiana. Braun did it again. He was my #1 on my Fab 5. Let me know what you had in your Fab 5. If it doesn't include Strowman, Elias, or Finn Balor, I know my producer Josh will delete the comments. So please make sure to at least have one of those things before you comment on the videos. We want to know what your thoughts are, just like you have to hear what my thoughts are every week. You can follow us along, Jon Fisher TV on Twitter, Thoughts from the Bench on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and Wrestling News Hub on Facebook. We're going to be on a new website very soon called thechairshot.com. I'll give you more details whenever we can on social media, as soon as that platform is also available, because we give you so many already. Why not just add a couple more? It really wouldn't take too much time out of your day. Do it on your lunch break. Anyway, that's it for me. We'll see you all next week. Let's see if wrestling can keep going positive, because we all need it. Until then, we'll see you later.